Hi guys, welcome to the second episode of Tinevimbo Talks. Now today is a very, very special episode. We are talking about men's mental health, and the first guest that I have is my very own father, Tich Matambanadzo. Hi daddy.
Hi,
How are you? I'm good.
It's really strange, isn't it? Huh?
Yeah, very strange.
Okay.
But I think we'll make it work.
Right.
Yeah?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah? How are you doing?
I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier on, people were asking me, why are you here? And I said, I had no choice but to come.
Yeah, you don't have a choice. Okay, so the first thing that I do with my guests is what's your temperature check? Out of 10, 1 out of 10, what is your mental health?
Now,
Right now.
7.5.
7.5.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we'll be talking about mental health. What does mental health mean to you?
It's a very important question because today's lifestyle is premised on what people can achieve and get. But life is a very interesting concept. A lot of people think that life is based on acquisitions and that life, very much like time, is linear. You know? I think life is a combination of three very important aspects, which are your past,
Yeah.
your present, and your future.
Yeah.
And those three are interconnected. All right. And sometimes your past affects your present and your future. So, in other words, I believe that mental health is an appreciation of who you are at any given time and a total evaluation of what it is that you could have done better, what it is that you're going through, and what it is that you think the future bears for you.
Okay. Okay. So I'm 33 years old now, right? Between me and Tino.
Now this is family politics.
This family politics, right?
Yeah.
How have you managed to deal with our mental health? I know that you have been very instrumental in my mental health with endometriosis and now my divorce. How has it affected you as a father?
It obviously affects me on a daily basis because I am supposed to be your protector. I'm also supposed to be your provider to a certain level. And because you are an extension of who I am, you're a product of me. I'll forever worry and hope to provide solutions for whatever it is that you're going through. So I think that as long as I'm alive as your father, I have a role to play in your life. And that role may not necessarily be, to hover above and around you, but it's always to ensure that I give you the right kind of advice. I give you the right kind of attention. I also ensure that I pray and whenever possible, represent you. And most importantly, that I show you how important you are in my life and that I show you that I love you.
I must say, maybe you don't know this, but you know me, your daughter, she talks a lot.
Yeah.
In my marriage, one of the biggest things was my father's never treated me like this. So I know what's right or wrong, and I just want to give you your flowers for that.
Yeah.
That I knew this is not it.
Yeah.
Because my father has always treated me like a princess. He's always treated me like the apple of his eye, like you say. And I think having a father figure is so important, right? So there's me as a girl. What about a guy? There's a difference, I think.
Yes.
I see that you treat me and my brother differently.
You know this for sure.
Yes, I know this. Why?
I've always been a lot harder towards your brother.
Yes.
And it's by design because life is not easy for men. Life is very cruel for men. Life is overbearing, over demanding, and exhausting for men.
Yeah.
As a man, you are expected to go far and beyond. And whatever it is, life does not care. If you're a man, get it done. I hope your brother understands. But he's turned out to be a great young man.
Yes.
And he's also a go-getter. Like you, he's an apple that does not fall far from the tree. And yes, I hope that the treatment, the differential treatment that he experienced, I hope that it taught him well.
Yeah.
And I hope that it created and provided a strong and solid foundation for him to become the great man that he is, and I believe that he'll always be. And that it also allowed for him to understand that for anything to happen in a man's life, a man has got to get up and get it done.
And even me as a woman, one of the things that I want to tell you is that I am someone who doesn't give up, because I've never seen my dad give up. I always say to people that the house might be burning down, but my dad will keep it calm. He'll keep it
It's
calm.
a gift from God, I think. Everybody...
He'll keep it calm and he'll make sure that things happen. So a lot of the times people keep asking me, like, how are you doing it? And I'm like, my dad has always taught us that no matter what's going on, we keep going, right?
True.
So this is why you are here today on the Tinevimbo Talks podcast. So people can have an idea of who I am, where I come from, why I'm this strong individual. I think you've seen the worst of me. You've seen the best of me. So my last question to you before I get on to the other guests is, what do you do for your own mental health? I'll tell people what you do, but let's see if I'm right.
Everybody needs a point of release. Our lives are so pressurized these days.
Yeah.
And for a lot of men, they have no concept, nor do they have an idea of what it is to have a release. And so you find that some men end up being part of tribes. They go drink or go...
By the way, my father does not drink alcohol. People are not picky, sir. My father does not drink alcohol, guys. He drinks tea.
Yeah, tea, my favorite beverage.
Tea, yeah.
And so a lot of men will end up doing all kinds of crazy things as part of their release.
Yeah.
I was also gifted as a very talented, I believe, DJ. So I find that as the best way to release pressure. I'm still very active in the market. I do all kinds of events. I'm an outgoing kind of person, and that allows for me to let go of pressure.
Yeah.
But also, what is important is, as I mentioned earlier on, over the years I've realized that pressure brews mostly in one's mind, and it also represents the state of your heart. If your mind is well settled, you can handle the pressure. If your heart is a heart of contentment and it's just and it's right, it can also help in bearing pressure. A lot of pressure actually comes from within. People sometimes they want to become people that they're not. And so they put a lot of pressure on themselves, and they then express that pressure, in ways they shouldn't. And if you're not able to contain that pressure, therein lies the reason for mental health. I've seen people who walk to work, have very little, but have no pressure. I've seen, and I have a lot of friends who are very, very well-to-do, materially and financially, but have such a pressurized life. And I think, but is it worth it? So I think pressure really is a combination of the elements I've just explained. And the best way to deal with pressure is to be able to be truthful to who you are and your capacity. Do I have what it takes to do this? Do I need help? Do I need assistance? Do I need to learn more? And once you know who you are, your capacity, your destiny, and your calling, the pressure subsides.
Well, guys, my dad is a very wise person.
Yeah. She now believes
very
I'm wise.
Very, very wise. So we're gonna get into our next segment, but we just heard from Tich Mataz,
Yes.
right? Everywhere
Tina's
I go,
dad.
Tina's dad. But wherever I go, I say, just call me Tinevimbo Matambanadzo, please. He is my anchor. He calls me the apple of his eye. And a lot of what I've been through, I always remember. And I ask myself, how would my dad treat me? How would my dad see this, you know? And I thank you for coming
Thank you, my
and
dear.
being with us.
All right. Congratulations on your podcast. It's brilliant.
Thank you.
Very gifted. You're very talented.
Thank you.
And this is just but
That's the beginning.
beginning.
Because I have a lot
Tip
of pressure.
of the iceberg. Yeah.
I have a lot of pressure.
Like I said, pressure.
But today I'm the boss.
Yes, boss.
Today I'm the boss.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, we'll see you in the next segment. Bye.